All right, welcome to Buzz Media's coverage of tonight's game between the Leavitt Hornets and the Morse Shipbuilders. I'm Isaiah Davis.
I am
Mason Woodbury. Mason,
Mason
how's it
Woodbury.
going?
It's going well, going well.
Mason, are you excited for the game?
Very excited.
Also, tonight, thank you. Welcome to the crowd. We have Chris Gray here, too. We're getting things set up and figured out. As usual with Buzz Media, things kind of come together as we go.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can hear us. Let us know.
It's all part of the experience, Mr. Davis.
We also have a little bit of a friendly competition tonight.
Ooh, I think I'm taking this one home, guys. I'm sorry, but
So we are competing to determine who gets to be in the fourth quarter play-by-play, who gets to do color, and who is required to sit here and just record stats and not speak unless spoken to.
What is it, statistician?
Statistician.
Statistician, yes.
So we will each be rotating a quarter. I've got the first quarter play-by-play. Mr. Gray, you're doing color in the first quarter?
I think it's you and I. You're play-by-play. I'm color to start off.
Second quarter. Mason, you've got
play-by-play.
play-by-play. I'm going to be doing color for you.
And I'm going to shut my mouth, which is going to be, by the way, very difficult.
That will be a challenge.
On its own.
And then in the third quarter,
I've got the play-by-play.
Yes. And Mason is doing color, and I am doing stats.
Mr. Davis, I believe that between you and I, one of us is going to be voted out just because of our standing in the community.
Right. Well, I did get some strategy from Mason of what to do to defeat Mason from some of the Leavitt players. They told me that he was my big challenge.
This is which I feel a little bit, slighted
Good evening and welcome
by
to
that.
Leavitt High School for tonight's matchup between the visiting Morse Shipbuilders and your Leavitt Hornets. The member schools of the KVAC would like to thank you for your support of our schools.
Mr. LaRoche has this down,
Please
by the way.
It's the responsibility of all in attendance to respect the opposing fans, the officials, the coaches, and the athletes. Please do not behave in a manner that will draw attention away from the court.
Of course,
Again, your support is truly appreciated. Let's look to both teams, and let's hope for a well-played.
I've been told my audio is not loud enough.
And now,
no, I can barely hear you.
How do I do that?
I can't hear him at all, but we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed.
Guard, junior number 2, Corey Larman.
Your audio is good. My audio needs to be louder.
At forward, senior number 13, Tom Warren.
Something went up because.
Oh, am I louder now?
Hopefully we are able to hear Davis.
Can you hear me?
I think you're better.
Can you hear me? Oh, I sound louder in my own ear.
Yeah.
And I do, as anyone who's watched Buzz Media knows, I love the sound of my own voice.
I mean, don't we all? That's why we're here,
And
really.
at guard, freshman number 24, Josh Tamers. The Shipbuilders are
Hopefully we are now good. We are getting technical help from Daniel Schiavelli and also from Jamie Gentera at home. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gentera.
I'll tell you what.
Is that a thing that's...
At guard, senior number 3, Josh Banks.
We're going to be back on here in a second. We just had a little plug issue. Looks like we're getting back on.
Sophomore number 5, Wyatt Hathaway.
It's got to be in the camera, right?
Coached by Michael Hathaway, John Cavan, Benjamin Redstone, and Wes Seroyce.
Well,
hopefully
we've got time to do this. We got the national anthem.
Right. Hopefully soon you'll be able to both hear and see us.
And Nancy Fournier. At this time, will you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
So, my quarter play-by-play may be very interesting because it may be the only way the viewers actually know what's happening.
It's like listening to the old AM radio.
Is it time for the what you told me earlier? Your radio announcer voice? Maybe that does come in handy now.
It may be time for radio announcer voice. Hopefully, there will soon be visuals.
Did I miss
with the soothing sounds?
Guys, did I miss the coin toss? I'm confused here.
Now, is that the kind of quality color commentary we can expect from you?
I don't understand where the coin toss was. Are we going to receive here or what?
Mason, do you have anything to say? No, you don't, because you're just
that's
stats.
right.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, you're talking. Please stop.
Yeah. I mean, hi,
okay.
Mason. Glad to have you here. You're a fan favorite, which is why I'm so competitive.
I am a little excited here to see Cole Morin play. He was telling me that before the game, he finally felt like his legs were back underneath him.
There's the jump.
And
back to Josh Banks. Keegan's bringing it up. Leavitt's getting into their offense. You can't see this at home, but hopefully soon
you'll just have to trust us.
Wyatt getting the ball inside to Cole. Cole, kind of a wild try. I thought he got the foul, but actually it was a travel.
Yeah, good call there by Skip Capone. Good old Skip Capone. Been involved in Maine athletics for quite some time. Great man. And we have got a...
I don't know what the call was there. A foul underneath.
Yeah, it looks like...
Morse.
I think it's going to be a push-off, Coach. And we have got a warning on... I don't know what's going on here, boss.
Yeah,
maybe just
well, if you're at home, there's a little bit of confusion. I guess I can paint the picture here. There was a Morse inbounds play, but there was some sort of a offensive foul called on them. Keegan's inbounding it. Get out to Banks. Banks thinks about the three. Gets it over to Keegan in the corner. Comes up short. And Morse comes down with the rebound.
Might be big tonight, Mr. Davis, to get Keegan Melanson going a little bit here. He's had a couple tough games in the shooting end. He does a lot of things really well off the ball. For example, that rebound right there off the miss.
Arias Ike with the shot there for Morse. And puts it up, and Leavitt comes down with the rebound back the other way. Banks gets it inside to Cole Morin, and Cole puts the Hornets on the board.
Cole looks fresh tonight. He was battling illness yesterday. Didn't actually even participate in practice, so it looks like he's feeling good so far tonight.
Struck by the flu bug?
I would say it's that flu bug that's going around the team. I think everybody kind of deals with it in the wintertime, and we're dealing with that, but I think it's gone through the team by now.
Meanwhile, the Hornets recovered another miss there by Morse, and are back the other way. Wyatt looking to get it to Cole. Cole on the baseline, hits the jumper, and it was a 4-0 game.
All 4 points by Cole Morin, looking like he might be something they're going to have to deal with early on in the game here. Nice press break here by Morse.
Need to figure out the video problems here.
We got Josiah Leonard leading the break. He's going to stop and pop and bury it. We're out to a quick 6-0 start here, and Coach from Morse is going to burn a quick timeout here about a minute and a half into the game.
Thank you for stepping in on the play-by-play, as I actually suspect one of you has sabotaged my play-by-play quarter by breaking the video.
I think this actually it goes in your advantage.
Well, I
because
guess that's
they have to listen to you more.
We are at a 6-0 game and a timeout. I want to, keep doing my play-by-play duties. Meanwhile, the other play-by-play I can give you is that our technical team is trying to restart things with the camera, and
we're going to see how that goes. Danny Schiffelli is on it, and Danny.
Right.
Oh.
So we've got this. It's a little small, but it's there, and it can only get better. Oh, and there it is.
I feel like before it was like
we have video.
The kids.
We are back.
The kids sitting around the old transistor radio like back in the day.
Yeah, well, I had an opening minute of that. I was going to do my 1920s play-by-play. Morse is picking up the ball. They're going to get set down in the corner. The three is up.
and no good. Rebound, though, by Morse. Also no good. Rebound again underneath. Also no good. Another rebound. Bouncing around. And finally,
I tell you what, it's going to be a long game for the Hornets tonight if we allow them to get 4 offensive rebounds. That is not
Arias
good.
Ike, I'm still not sure I'm saying his name right, but he had like 4 rebounds right there.
That was just not a good showing of effort by us.
Cole Moore from the baseline's no good.
Cole's first miss of the night, I think.
Rebound to Morse. Morse tries to go fast break the other way.
Little break in the action here. I want to tell everyone to congratulate Coach Mike Hathaway on being given the Coach of the Year award in Class A. We just found out today, I believe. So congratulations to Coach Mike Hathaway.
Very deserving.
Meanwhile, Keegan's got the ball. He puts it down in the corner. Cole puts the shot up. And in.
That's 6 quick ones for Cole Moore, and he's got 6 points already, and we're only about 2.5 minutes in. We get a block here.
We've got the Fighting Hornets with an 8-2 lead on the Shipbuilders.
The Moss Shipbuilders.
I have to continue the old-timey voice because in the comments I was told to.
Oh, okay.
And as we know here at Buzz Media, we do what you tell us.
You know, you give the crowd what they want. I think that's a big part of the biz.
Right. Oh!
All right, we've got a little touch foul out here by Keegan Melanson. I would really like to see Keegan get on the board here early just to help his confidence a little bit. He does so many things really well. He's just struggled to score as of late, but he's a really, really important part of this starting 5.
That is some quality color you were giving as I announced the plays. Although I do have one critique that you were talking about some stats, and I do not believe you're the designated stat person.
I am not the stat person.
3 by Tom Warren.
Am I penalized the point like in boxing?
Yeah,
is that how that works?
You lost the point there.
I think so. You might be right.
Wyatt Hathaway comes down. And Wyatt's one in the other way to make it 10-5.
Yeah, Wyatt's first basket of the night.
Josh
turnover.
Banks with the steal. Comes up. Gets it to Keegan in the corner. Keegan puts the 3 up.
Oh, get in there.
Rebound by the Hornets. Josiah Learned. Another one underneath, and Banks was fouled.
15 for Morse. Not happy about that call, but in my opinion, I think that's the exact right thing to do. He had an easy putback there, and if you're going to foul in such a way that your opponent is not going to be able to get that ball up to the rim. I think that's a good foul.
Mason, do you have any stat updates for us?
Right now, Cole Morin has 6 points. He is leading the Hornets.
Thank you. We will hear more from you in the second quarter. Hopefully, it's a little bit like icing the kicker by not letting
you know, I like
in the first quarter.
I like it.
We're really hoping it puts him off his game.
I am worried here because for his color commentary here, he has 2 pages of notes.
Yeah.
So that's a little concerning to me.
It is.
We got Hunter Hayes. Hunter Hayes moving in here today.
Banks hits the free throw, and Morse is going to inbound.
Banks comes out, gets a quick blow here, and we bring in the freshman Hunter Hayes, number 10, who's had a great year for him. Started on the JV team, was very dominant there. Was always a swinger, they call it in basketball, where you're playing both JV and varsity. And Coach Hathaway told me that, you know, Hayes has just been so valuable to us as one of the first guys off the bench that there made him full varsity player. And I am excited to see him and his career for the next 3.5 seasons.
Meanwhile, Morse, they had 1 foul. Now they're trying to get into their offense. The Hornets playing some pretty ferocious D. Shot tipped, rebound, out. The block, and the crowd loves when Cole Morin gets a block. Wyatt from deep, no good, but in the hands of Cole again with another rebound, and in.
I'm telling you right now, Cole Morin is the man on the floor right now. He is a man amongst boys right now. He's got 8 of the 13.
Another turnover. I believe I'm going to have to subtract another point
that's
from
another
there.
point.
Once again.
So hard. You know, it's like diarrhea of the mouth. It just comes out.
Yeah.
Is that a little too graphic for the play-by-play, for the color?
Sure.
Maybe
the
I don't know if the
fans
fans may not appreciate that. Nice contest there by Hayes.
Good. Cole with another rebound.
I'd be interested to see how many rebounds Morin has got.
Wyatt Hathaway goes, as they say, coast to coast.
I tell you, the thing right now with Leavitt is if you're going to allow Leavitt to get out and run, it's going to be tough because we have got speed and we have got length, and it makes it tough to defend.
Yeah. And they can put up points in a hurry. I have 3 minutes, 17 seconds left of my play-by-play. Viewers at home, keep in mind, you need to tell us who you like the best for the fourth quarter.
Tommy Casey coming in.
All right.
That's his first action in a while. He had a rolled ankle. I think he missed the last 2 games.
Meanwhile, Marky Herman is giving up. Getting us in the offense, gives it to Josiah Leonard. Josiah passes the ball around, and we've got a foul called. It's hard for me to keep doing the old-timey voice.
You know, when you talk like that, I'm not gonna lie. You historians out there listening to us, you remind me a little bit of a guy named John Dudley who used to coach here.
Oh,
that's what I hear in my headpiece. Is my earpiece here is a little. That's not a foul. You know, a little John Dudley there.
Morse, 3 minutes to go. 13-5 game.
Hit it over the top. Ooh, nice little spin move, and they put it in.
That was Josh to Morse.
I think that broke a little bit of a dry spell. And I tell you what, Hunter Hayes for a freshman.
Mark Herman, with a great pass inside to him, and then Hayes with the bucket.
Hayes is a strong kid for his age.
Morse puts up the 3, no good.
And that's going to be over the back is not actually a call. A lot of our fans don't understand. Over the back is not a call anymore. It used to be a call back in the 90s. Now they're just going to call it a push. You can go up and get that ball over somebody as long as you are not physically pushing them in the back.
Right? I didn't know that. So it used to be if you went over the back,
it was
regardless,
a call.
Automatic foul.
Back in the day when I sat on the bench for the varsity team, it was a call over the back.
What a colorful little tidbit.
I mean, I was good enough to be on every team, not good enough to really play on any one of them.
Morse tried to get out running there, but has to slow it down. They're looking to get into the offense, and foul's called before the shot.
Yeah, I think Hunter got him with a little hand check down on the waist there, which sometimes you can get away with if you're careful with your hand placement, but this guy was right on top of it, so good call.
17-7, Hornet lead, 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go.
Good minutes by Hunter Hayes. And it's just a good job when you get a freshman in there, give you a good, strong couple minutes, get your senior Banks off the floor. And
out of bounds, but it will stay a Morse ball.
Oren Shaw, one of my favorite players on the team, just a lunch pail kind of a guy, just bringing his lunch pail and his hard hat to work every day, and he busts his tail, does a great job in practice, gets some big rebounds here and there, gets a couple putbacks.
Shot down in the corner there. Morse is definitely trying a lot of threes.
Speaking of rebounds, Cole Morin is currently averaging 12.1 rebounds per game.
Thank you, statistician. That's the kind of thing you're going to need to do next quarter, Mr. Gray.
I am the stat guy. Oh, man, I'm bad with numbers. I was told there would be no math.
Wyatt Hathaway looking to get in the offense. Taking off the dribble. The turnover, well, back in the hands of the Hornets.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
And underneath for Tommy Casey.
I tell you what, that's a nice, quick, underhanded flip to Tommy Casey, and Tommy's right there to put it home. Great pass by Mark Herman.
19-7, minute and a half to go. Morse comes back the other way with the basket from Tom Warren.
Tom Warren, my understanding, Coach Hathaway, he was the guy we're worried about. Tom Warren, great player.
Wyatt Hathaway puts up the 3 and in. And the Hive is coming alive. Allard.
Tell us what you think, fans.
22-9 currently. Banks with the rebound, gets it up to Wyatt. Wyatt's going to take another deep 3. No good. And Morse comes the other way.
Under a minute to go here. Mr. Warren's got the ball up front, splits 2 defenders. Sorry, I'm doing play-by-play.
Yes, you are.
My apologies.
And the 3 is good. 22-12. In 50 seconds, Mr. Gray, you're going to go into sleep mode, as they say in the technical device.
So hard.
Wyatt Hathaway gives it to Mark. Marky takes the 3, in and out. And Morse comes down with it. And you can think about it during your silent second quarter. Yeah. Another 3 up by Morse.
We got to get a body on somebody there. They're hurting us a little bit on the offensive boards.
And another 3 up.
There you go.
What do you think of that strategy of taking all those 3s if you're Morse?
Well, you know, I think if they get hot, they could upset us here a little bit. Morse is a good, solid team, a lot of good players, a lot of good athletes. But if they let us run, they're going to be in trouble. So I think they're trying to score in bunches in a hurry, and you can do that with a bunch of 3s in a row.
4 seconds to go. Mark's going to get off this last second shot in the corner for Tommy.
Oh.
No, in and out.
Great quarter. We're up by 10 at the end of it. Great quarter. We'll take 22 and a quarter.
Yeah, 22-12.
All right. I'm going to borrow a pencil from somebody.
Yeah,
I do believe
you can get the official.
I do believe I'm out of the cage
I've
now.
got the stats.
Yes,
You're
you
allowed
are.
to speak now, my friend.
And you
All right.
can just study those statistics.
All right, Danny, let's put Mr. Gray on mute right now.
If we can.
So
I
even if
gotta
he
say,
wants
like,
we
you're
can't.
so excited that you're able to say that right now.
Very
wait,
much,
wait.
yeah.
Is there a statistical comment up there, Mr. Gray? 'Cause
Well,
I'm sorry.
if
If
you
he
can
wants to
phrase
hit
that
me,
statistically.
if he wants to hit me, there are witnesses in the building.
But you do have a comment of nice color work from Mike Pratt. He complimented you. You can't really respond to it unless you can do it mathematically.
It's gonna be so hard. Okay, I'm signing off. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, there are 5 players coming on the floor now. That's a
what?
stat. No? Okay.
That's more of a color thing.
Sorry.
That's more
My
of a, I
bad.
think that's actually a play. Well, is it play by
That
play?
actually makes 10 players because the other team has 5 as well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Sorry.
I'll-
All right.
So
Second quarter, Mason, take it over, please.
I am unleashed, uncaged. The Hornets applying some light pressure right here. Just slowly creeping.
And we know that Morse can put up points in a hurry. They did have a 16-0 run last game. The Hornets were blowing them out into the fourth quarter, and a 16-0 run to get back into it. Hathaway was forced to put the starters back in the game.
We'll say Morris ball as Morris kicks it out for 3. He will fire. No good. Rebound, Josiah Learned. A quick tip. It will stay Hornet ball.
Josiah wasn't worried at all. He didn't even look up at the ref. He knew that
Very
ball was going to
cool
stay their
and
way.
collected. Josh Banks inbounds to Wyatt Hathaway, who is being closely guarded. Keegan inside to Josh. The Shipbuilders come up, find number 20. A monster block by Cole Morin. Cole Morin just about sent that one into the third row of the stands. So
Stats point, that was a block.
That
First
ball's
block.
going to stay Morse ball, but the mental
once
toll
again,
of that.
Morris is able to get a skip pass over the top to number 23 for 3.
Apparently they recovered from the mental toll of that block quickly. So it is a 22-15 Hornet lead.
Keegan Melanson left open, makes the smart basketball play, knowing his strengths and weaknesses. Cole Morin will pull up from 12, no good. Rebound, 13 Morris. Tom Warren. A travel has been called.
Always like the travel call. My favorite part about it is just watching the ref make that motion. I can see Mr. Gray struggling not to speak right now.
Just a stat. I didn't realize Gabe, I don't know how to say his last name, number 23, freshman for Morse, having some big minutes here. So
I'm not sure that was even a stat. But Josiah with a nice bucket.
Number 5 will bring it up. Stolen by Keegan Melanson. 2-on-2. Josiah Learned gets his hand above the rim, but does not get it. Wyatt Hathaway pulls. He is blocked.
And Morse is actually, coming into this game at 3-12, playing the Hornets at 12-2, they can't be upset to be hanging around down by 9 points.
It was definitely better than last game that these two met up.
Yeah. And in the modern NBA with all those threes, 9 points can happen in a hurry. Mr. Gray, if you want more stats, I do have the season stats on my computer you're free to look at.
this isn't really a stat, but 15 is
Yeah,
killing
of course
us.
it's not. Of course it's not.
15 is killing us on the offensive boards right now.
If you could 15 will miss the first
You
free
could
throw.
pronounce that statistically. Miss Knapp has faith in your math abilities, though. So I'll let you know. But I don't really want to know what you think about it or feel. I only want to express this math.
15 makes a second. Inbound Cole Morin to Keegan Melanson. Keegan will look to set up this Hornet offense. To Cole Morin. Josiah Learned. Stolen by number 13.
Morse is playing some pretty good defense here so far. First couple minutes of the quarter, have only given up
A
one
skip
basket.
pass. Back out to number 5, who will fire for 3. No good. Rebound Josiah Learned, who will lead the charge. A quick turnover.
Again, Morse had a lot of blocks, a lot of steals. They're playing really quality defense to hold us at 24. The score is 24-16, Hornet lead.
A foul on Wyatt Hathaway as he looks for the steal. Wyatt Hathaway just so quick. So quick.
Yeah, that's guarding Wyatt's tough because, as we've seen already, he can pull up well outside the three-point line and hit those shots. But if you try to take that shot away from him, he can blow by you.
Very much, very much.
In a colorful way.
17 fouls on Leavitt a little early in the second quarter here.
Oh, they are. That means they're already in the bonus.
Coach Gray signing off.
Thank you for that statistical update. I know the fans like to know.
Number 13 has buried the first one, and he puts up the second, and it is good. Going 2 for 2 with the line right there.
24-18, they closed to within 6 with 5.5
Bold
minutes
strategy as Keegan Melanson will take it up the floor. Looking to get Wyatt some off-ball action. Wyatt drives. Kicks out to Keegan Melanson for 3. He will fire. No good. Rebound by the Shipbuilders. The Shipbuilders will take it down the floor.
Now, and they've tried to get Keegan going this game, but he's still not quite getting that in there. Oh, another thing we should point out is...
Rebound, Josiah.
Well, I'll wait for a moment here.
Cole Morin will pull up from about 18. Just in and out.
If you're watching this game...
A step back 3,
or
no
listening
good.
to us here, you should also head to the Snack Shack, where we have all sorts of delicious snacks. I know the popcorn smell is overwhelming.
Water is $1.
Rebound,
That's
Cole
a stat.
Cole Morin, posting and toasting by none other than Cole Morin.
And we've been requested that we have a Snack Shack play of the game. I feel like there needs to be a rebound of somebody just going up there and getting that snack.
Getting it? They're hungry.
What the viewers aren't seeing that's potentially the best part of this game is all the times that Chris Gray's mouth opens and he bites his tongue right now. He's just shaking his head at how much he wants to talk. This might be the best part of this experiment tonight.
Cole Morin misses the free throw. Just a wonderful move by Cole Morin.
Got that lead up to 8. You really want to get it out of striking distance, which in my mind is always double digits.
Out to the corner, Morse will fire. Rebound.
And they get it in.
Number 15 will put it back up.
See, they close it,
each.
Close it to within 6, well within striking distance. You see some bodies hit the floor.
Number 5 on Morris has fouled Wyatt Hathaway. Row B, Hornet ball with Josh Banks inbounding with Wyatt in the backcourt.
Tell you what, guys, number 15, each, I'm going to go with each for Morris, the senior, is killing us. He's got 6 points so far, but I tell you what, he must have at least that in offensive rebounds.
Morris doing, again, 4 minutes in the second quarter. Speaking as like from the perspective of Morse here, you're coming into it as an underdog against the top team. If you're down by 6, 8, anywhere in that range of the half, you've got to be happy with the way things are going.
Especially against this this Leavitt Hornet team, who only have 2 losses all season. Both of those losses coming in big games, very close games too.
26-21 with 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go. Tiger, hopefully that score update kept you happy.
Cole Morin getting up there for the rebound. Cole very hungry on that one, going up there getting that rebound. Wyatt Hathaway finds the fab freshman who finds Cole, who spins inside, just in and out. Cole gets his...
Oh, looks like they waved off the...
Josiah Learned once again getting some height on that.
The call is going to be Josiah with a push in the back before he went up.
And because of the bonus, they are going to be in the 1-1. 26-21. Now Morse has really got to be happy. You can see Coach Hathaway's not thrilled looking at his bench.
Well, I don't think they want...
the head, maybe considering some sort of a change here.
Learned's got 2 fouls. I don't think you want to have him have 3 here in the first half.
Thomas Casey steps into the game. So does Joshua Banks.
So 3:43 to go, 26-21. Headband Hunter has entered the game. I like the Headband Hunter nickname.
Number 31 for the Morris Shipbuilders. Jansen Morrison will sink the first one.
Stat of the night, I have farted 3 times this quarter.
I don't know how to respond to that, but
Yeah, don't. It's best to just ignore him.
yeah.
26-23. Morse closes it to within 3.
Jansen Morrison puts down both free throws as Mark Herman will take the ball. Mark, a very flashy player. He will find Hunter Hayes. Hunter will pull from about 18, just in and out once again.
Hunter is currently out. Never mind. I almost said a stat, but I'll save it.
Thank you, Mrs. Bachler.
Oh, and Morse has closed it to within 1, 26-25 with 3 minutes, 14 seconds to go. I don't know if we can reach barn fire status until the second half, but
It's a 13-4 run by Morse right now in the second quarter.
It's shaping up to be a good one so far.
now that's
Mark
quality
Harmon will pull.
statistical work.
Only a 1-point lead by the Hornets, very uncharacteristic of them. Number 23 will fire. He puts it down.
And the
Morris will take the lead.
28-26. You do wonder about a little bit of complacency, like expecting a win here at home by the Hornets, and this score is only going to fire up Morse. When you're the underdog and your season's kind of winding down, and you
Coming
think
into
you
enemy
might
territory.
slay a giant, you have got to be happy. Now it's time for the Hornets to respond in this last 3 minutes. I'll be curious to see who Coach Hathaway sends out on the floor, if he's going to go back to starters or some sort of a new mix to try to change things up.
Guys, the freshman Gabe Acoin has had, he's got 7 points this quarter, just with that 3 right there.
Thanks.
This is
Actually,
sort of.
I will compliment that Gray is doing a great job at throwing in the statistics.
He is. Maybe fourth quarter, Gray stats. But this is sort of the David and Goliath for these more shipbuilders.
Yeah. And as the Goliath in this case, what you really want to do is end this game. Like get a run, get the lead back up, and shatter those dreams.
Hunter Hayes will put it up just from inside the paint.
Headband Hunter, as they call him, that's the word on the street.
Headband Hunter, or the Fab Freshman. A travel on number 10. He did sink the shot, Caleb Jackson, but it was nullified when they called a travel.
28-28.
Wyatt Hathaway overhead pass to Mark Herman. Quickly finds the Fab Freshman. Back to Markey. Markey shoots. No good. Some hesitation on Markey's part on that one.
And the Hornets really have shot poorly. They only have 6 points this quarter. Oh, that was a statistic.
13 puts it up again. Number 13, Tom Warren will put it in.
Morse is doing this, guys, with 3 freshmen on the floor, a sophomore and a senior.
Wyatt Hathaway pulls from deep. An absolute dagger from that young man.
Wyatt did not like to see the Hornets behind, so he quickly switches that.
That is one thing the shipbuilders do not want to happen, is Wyatt to get hot.
The crowd coming alive, they could really, the Hornets could use some energy from the crowd.
Hathaway will blow by, pulls up from 18. No good.
Oh, out in the
Josh
run.
Banks with the chase down. A foul on Mr. Banks will send number 24, Josh Morse, to the line.
And you can see, you could kind of feel Morse hanging around even in that first quarter. The Hornets got a little bit of a lead, couldn't put some distance. In this second quarter, they've come to life. What was the score at the end of the first quarter?
22-12.
So it is a 20-9 second quarter right now?
Stat of the day, we're getting our butts kicked in the second quarter.
Yes. Thank you for that.
The 24 puts it up and in. Cole Morin, the big man, will step back on the floor. Oren Shaw is currently in.
Now I know that the team has said they get inspired a lot by the energy of the crowd. I think they also get inspired by the energy of our viewers. So if you're watching and you know more people who watch, I think it would really help pick up the team. It's that same sort of energy where, like, if you turn away from the Sox game, things go badly for them. Same situation here.
That's been scientifically
A
proven
foul
to be
will put
correct.
Leavitt under. Inside to Cole Morin. A beautiful left hand once again.
Cole, he just has some great big man moves underneath.
Just nothing but the bottom of the net for Mr. Cole Morin.
Our according to our very unofficial stats here, that was 12th point for Cole in this half.
Cole just dominating this game so far. Cole Morin looks to put the end to this and one, and he does not. The ball
All tied up, all
rolling.
we're tied at Larry Bird to Larry Bird right now.
Good defense by Oren Shaw. They get it inside. A nice floater by number 13, Tom Warren, a name that has been spoken quite a bit so far.
Trailing a Larry Bird to a Reggie Lewis, 33-35 we're down. I can just keep, you could go off a lot of retired Celtics numbers.
Wyatt Hathaway will pull in the face. No good. Morris looks to push it up the floor.
Final minute here, 30 seconds.
Morris will fire. Rebound tracked down by none other than Oren Shaw. Quickly blocked out of bounds, but will remain Hornet ball.
Yeah, and this is not the kind of the game we were looking for. One of the things we were hoping tonight, with a back-to-back playing tonight and tomorrow night, was maybe get a comfortable win so we didn't play the starters as much, but doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Wyatt Hathaway looks for the foul, does not receive it.
Last 15 seconds.
The crowd chanting defense. Guarded by Wyatt Hathaway. Just over Cole Morin is no good. 0.8 seconds left and a foul on, I do believe, and number 31.
They are in the bonus. This will be a 1-1.
Jansen Morrison with the foul.
I am
not the smartest of plays considering we are actually under a second left. 0.8 seconds left and a foul will send Headband Hunter to the line. Hunter will put this one up. It is good.
Most important free throw in a 1-on-1 to hit. The first one.
Well, of course, without the first, you may not take the second.
One thing I didn't know about this Morse team, guys, is there's only 4 upperclassmen on this entire team. Everybody else is a sophomore or a freshman.
Hunter Hayes. Hunter Hayes will get both of them to fall.
Less than a second and Morse can't get it off.
That may cost the shipbuilders towards the end of the game a very...
And I feel like according to our rules, I guess we should establish this, that now it's just a free-for-all. We can all speak and...
Cole Morin's got, just to go over the stats real quick. Cole
Are you
Morin's
saying this, Davis, because you're on stats now?
Well, this isn't the third quarter.
See, we can't let him do this. Hey, you got to hold this down. I've got to go do the halftime shooting thing.
All right.
You hold this down. Don't let him take over here.
This is not the third quarter. If anyone in the viewership could... Mr. Gray is coming in tight with the stats. You got a fan at home. I actually... Are you selling those popcorns? I am going to buy a popcorn as I'm sitting here. These are the... Well, we can't... Thank you very much. And I want this to show up on camera. There's popcorn.
All right, Leavitt, morning crowd. How we doing tonight on this Friday night? Let's hear it!
Mr. Shaw.
That was the popcorn I was holding up on the screen there. 35-35. This is a shocking game right now. This is not what the Hornets expected.
I'm telling you right now, the Rennies have been out here 75 times.
The Snack Shack play of the game was me holding up the popcorn in front of the camera. Coach Grace.
I didn't realize I actually just stood up in front of the camera. I was trying to get an interview with Camden Jordan.
2, 1.
He's calling out someone. Is it
Jackson Hathaway?
Yeah. Now the thing is that Coach Gray couldn't speak in the whole second quarter, and I feel like he's getting out a lot of his volume right now.
Yep.
You're ready for your color. I'll remind the viewers.
Are you ready?
We are looking for your input for the fourth quarter. Who does color? Who does play-by-play? Who does stats?
Watching at home, what is your first name? Jackson. First name Jackson.
The younger brother of Wyatt Hathaway.
Oh, it's a Hathaway. Okay. All right. I guess we'll let him shoot anyway. Okay.
He got that jacket out of the way. That's important.
You got to make 2 out of 3 from here, Big Jack. Are you ready? Okay.
I think that the money would be on him at this point.
He is a Hathaway.
Oh. Now the money's against him because he now needs to get 2 in a row. But it's possible.
Hathaways are never out.
Oh! Well, actually, I believe you're corrected, but he's now out. Before we, so 35-35 game. This is all crazy, and the favorite part was the popcorn. You're welcome, Sadie. It's going to be my favorite part because while I'm doing stats, I'm going to eat popcorn.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready for color?
I am ready. I've never actually done color, so this should be interesting.
Now, what you need to be afraid of is, I can't help you because I can't speak. Are you familiar with what a filibuster is?
No.
So a filibuster is it's a thing in Congress where someone can stand up and just speak and speak and speak.
Yep. I do remember.
So no one
this.
else is allowed to. Gray may try to filibuster you.
Huh. I do remember that from U.S. History 1.
Yeah. So don't let him just filibuster you. And not, the fans want the color.
That's what they want.
Yeah. I've been hearing all day. How did you?
Pins it high off the glass, gets it a fall.
The bank is open. Here we go.
Now, is this his second, third? I don't even know. He hit one.
He did. This will be his second shot, so he has 2 more to go.
Okay. So this is just a freebie.
Well, if he misses this one, it could happen. And he puts that one in. As they storm the court.
Right now is the storming of the court.
It always seems to be small children who get the tickets.
Yeah. I think they only let small children get the tickets.
Maybe I'll enter next time.
I would love to see, actually, I think what the crowd would really like to see is me, you, and Gray out there in some sort of a shooting competition at halftime.
Maybe a dunk contest, considering I'm the only one that can actually dunk.
Tiger with some analysis from home. He says he thinks the reason Leavitt isn't scoring as much is because Morse isn't pressing. So maybe we were coming in prepared for the press, and their defense is throwing us off.
Morse is known for that press.
Right.
They love to just get up in your face, bunch of steals, quick points, but it seems like they've brought it back a little bit.
Right.
As that did not work the last time these 2 teams met.
Yeah, it's really thrown us off. Right now in the locker room, now you've a member of the team. What do you think Coach Hathaway's saying? Is he mad at the team? Is he changing up strategy? You had a great first quarter up by 10, and then it all fell apart there in the second.
Well, Mr. Michael Hathaway always knows what to do in these situations, how to present himself in front of the team, and I do believe he has gone with the inspiring approach.
Yep. That's why he gets the Coach of the Year right there.
Yeah.
And we'll be coaching at the McDonald's All-Star game up in Medway.
I do believe you can never truly be mad at your team, because then their spirits may be lowered down levels you don't want it to go.
Yeah. I mean, and I think as a coach, you can bust out the mad once a season maybe, something like that, and it works okay, but you can't just keep pulling. You can't go back to that well, or eventually it doesn't work.
It wears on the players' spirits.
And the mad can only be when it's deserved, too. You know, people are really slacking off or not trying. I don't think that's really the case right now. Maybe we'll get some Chris Gray analysis here.
Quite possibly.
He went to get some water there.
Has been a quite refreshing break.
All right, Minions, shut it up. Here, I'm back.
You need some water so you're ready for the play-by-play.
Well,
Mr.
Mr. Gray,
go here.
I do believe I'm on color right now.
I actually believe that the third quarter is not started, and I'm free to do whatever I want.
Goodness, I'm so excited.
Is
He
a
has to
free
shut
for
up
all?
now.
We are
I'm
at halftime.
so
I'm not
excited.
sounds for another 4 minutes, and I have so many statistics to yell out. Actually, can you hand me the official stat sheet?
I can. It's very neat. It's like I was blind and using a crayon, but you know.
Another thing that you're going to need to do, Mason, is you're going to have to respond to the comment section. The comment section wants us to do a shooting competition, but we can't do that tonight. But we maybe at a future game, they would like us to do a shooting competition. They announced the 3 of us. Okay?
I mean, I don't know why
winner
you guys.
Winner gets first pick at what they want fourth quarter, maybe.
Yes,
maybe.
Yes.
Yep.
I guess my question is, why would you guys want to be embarrassed by me in front of all these people? I was the free throw. Okay, well I didn't win, but I was part of a free throw contest once.
Did you say free throwing correctly?
It's a free throw.
Free throw.
It's a free throw
Right.
And I was a impressive 25 for 100. So,
oh my!
I mean, I don't know why you guys would
impressive.
even want to be.
Those
on the floor
are
with me.
Speaking of it, actually
not
impressive,
even Shaq numbers.
your self-restraint. And we would need, like, I wish your family was watching instead of hearing the game, because I think that might have been a record for the least, like, words per minute out of your mouth, Mr. Gray.
It is on record now. It will be on Buzz Media.
I think that the only time that I'm quieter is when I'm giving an exam in my classroom, and even then, I'm really not very quiet.
Yeah, for you just tuning in, you really missed out on getting to I guess not watch since you couldn't be seen, but get to listen to you not speak.
Is there anything we can do about the temperature of the headsets? I feel as if my ears are
Your ears are burning?
really,
Because
honestly.
someone's talking about you is what I
think
think.
that's just you, Gray.
Doesn't that mean
might
that
be-
somebody has peed on your grave or something? Isn't
No.
that- I think
thought
that's
that
it.
it meant someone was talking
I
about you.
thought that's.
What do you
I'm
have
pretty
your
sure
grave
in
all
my
lined
family
up?
it was a peeing on the grave.
If
type
any
thing.
viewer knows what it means when your ears are warm, and you can tell us in the chat.
My ears are warm and my toes are tingling, and I can't feel the right side of my body. So I mean,
That's not.
Is that early onset diabetes, maybe?
I don't know what's going on
But
there.
very
fine.
quick, it was a joke, but a very quick shout out to Mr. Gray. He has been putting in the work in the weight room lately. He has dropped a few pounds.
I've dropped maybe a few, but I bent right over and picked them back up again. So, you know, they were just right there on the ground.
People in the comments, please get on Mr. Gray to get back in that weight room.
I didn't want to litter. I went down from a 48
And
waist
did I
size.
interrupt you? Or?
Those are. Hey, also for our viewers at home, I want to remind them tomorrow night we'll be back here
Back at it.
with you two doing the commentary and maybe a third person that's
Let's see
not
if
me.
we can find a third. I don't know.
Mr. Davis?
I won't be here tomorrow night. Maybe
Mr.
there's
Davis.
someone at home.
Actually touring with Elton John this next week.
Oh,
Not a lot of people are aware of that.
Right. With those shoes from last night.
From last night, if you
Ooh,
could get those
yes.
shoes, the unified game.
Also next week we're going to be doing the boys' home game on Tuesday and the girls' home game on Thursday.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
With some new commentators for that game.
Yes.
The camera is tilted.
The camera is tilted.
The camera is tilted. 30 seconds left to talk. I'm going to try to talk as much as I can and fill up all this time before I go silent. Viewers at home, please remember what a great job I did on the color and play-by-play in the first half.
Shut 'em
When
up,
you're
Mason.
voting
Mr.
for the
Davis,
fourth
Mr.
quarter.
Davis, Mr.
Also,
Davis.
guys, you got to remember that you need to ask them
Mason hit
to
him.
do it. Like, I have such control issues.
I'm going to hit him with the biggest roast.
But
Mr.
there's
Brennan
still-
is
I
the
got-
better history teacher.
Oh,
and I have
that's
only
right for the jugular.
5 seconds to respond, and now I am on stats.
Shut up, Mr. Brennan. I'll make sure to read next class.
That's not going to get
Sorry
you any
about
extra
that.
credit.
Oh, no, it won't.
All right, here we go. I'm on play-by-play. We got Jay Banks inbounding the ball here. Looks like he's going to give it into Keegan. Looks like they're going to, Morse is going to completely deny Wyatt Hathaway. And I think Wyatt is comfortable enough to say, all right, fine, you guys play all that D on me. We're going to let my guys go 4-on-4, and so far that worked out in our favor.
Joshua Banks just once again with the Jordan-esque jump shot.
Coming around the corner there, a little high screen, nice bounce pass down to the post, kicked out to number 2. Long on the shot, and Warren back up and in for the Shipbuilders. We're tied up 37-37.
These
Wyatt Hathaway
putbacks.
bringing the ball up.
These putbacks by the Morris Shipbuilders are just adding up, as the Shipbuilders have actually stayed in this game through their use of the post.
Keegan Melanson takes the drive off the wing. Looks like he's going to get 2 points. Glad to see Keegan get on the scoring. And Morse is going to burn a quick timeout here. And it is 39-37 with about 45 seconds gone in this third quarter. It's going to be a big moment here to see if Will Leavitt can kind of assert their dominance like they did in that first quarter. But I tell you what, that second quarter didn't look very good, did it, Mace?
No. You would expect the Hornets coming in in the position of power to have extended the lead out a little bit further than just 2 points.
I think what's interesting as we go down the stretch here, we're going to really have to keep an eye on, is the idea that Morse has 2 seniors, 2 juniors, and everybody else is a sophomore or freshman. And I tell you what, in that second quarter, a lot of freshmen scoring and scored in bunches. So we'll see if that lack of experience is going to help them or hurt them down the stretch here. So Morse is going to inbound the ball down here. We got a little full court pressure here by the Hornets.
The Hornets
Give it back to the freshman.
The Hornets Very bold strategy applying that full court pressure.
And we've got a tip ball, and Josiah Learned almost came down with it. The freshman 23 goes up, and they're going to count it.
Once again, the Shipbuilders just laying it in. Not very many outside shots from them tonight, but once again, post work.
Gabe O'Coin, I'm going to go with that one. The freshman, I believe, is the high scorer for the Shipbuilders. He's going to go up, and good. He's having a very strong game here as a freshman. I see bright future for this young man. Keegan Melanson bringing the ball up. Wyatt Hathaway comfortable just hanging out on the wing and allowing Keegan to do what he would like. I'll tell you right now, though, we are not crashing the boards at all.
So I got a question for Mr. Davis. Why do you think they're having Keegan Melanson bring up the ball opposed to Wyatt Hathaway, who has been not pushed aside but moved into a more off-ball role?
I don't know.
I don't think he can talk.
If I can answer that.
I think he's allowed. That's a point deducted from the judges.
Well, that's my bad. I asked him the question.
Offensive rebound again by 15. He's got a ton of them tonight. Wyatt Hathaway pushing the basketball. He's looking for contact, but there wasn't much there. His frustration level's pretty high right now. He's got to keep playing.
Once again, Morris just getting it inside.
15 strong down low. Got a solid build, number 15. And Wyatt Hathaway is going to get 2 shots at the charity stripe after pushing the ball down in deep into the paint and going up and under.
Wyatt once again is able to get inside and just draw the contact and put himself at the line. Something Wyatt is very accustomed to, is going to the line.
He's a quick player. A lot of kids grab a hold of him as he's trying to go by, and he gets the foul line a lot. Puts it down, number 5.
Wyatt's in double digits now with 10 points.
There we go. Nice addition to the telecast.
Wyatt, something that impresses me about Mr. Wyatt Hathaway is just his composure is just amazing. For what he has to deal with, all the little nitty-gritty stuff, knowing that other teams may come in and try to, as some would say, punk him, as he is the coach.
We're going to get Wyatt Hathaway with a foul right there. My favorite part about practice yesterday is Mason, when you were chirping him in practice that he grabbed a basketball and threw it at you overhand. That was my favorite part of practice yesterday. I'm sorry. Should I have not brought that up? I'm sorry. Maybe not next time.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have started overrated chance.
Yes. Ooh, 23 is the hot hand. The freshman O'Coin is really burning the nets right now. Wyatt Hathaway bringing it up, slowing it down, trying to get a nice offensive set here. Going to kick out to his cousin, Keegan Melanson, for the 3. And Morin goes up and is going to get fouled by the freshman, number 23.
Cole getting some height on that.
43-41 with 5.5 minutes to go here. Morse by 2.
So we've got an out of bounds underneath here. Little screen action. Little roll to Josiah Learned. He's going to flip it in for the deuce. Up by, I'm sorry, we're tied up here. Cross-court pass back to the middle. The freshman's got it in the middle of the floor.
There was a time in history when that was a very odd thing to see as your big man running the point and passes.
15 did a good job there trying to get in Keegan Melanson's head, but laying off the body. And Keegan's able to finish the layup. I think we want to pressure 15 with the ball out deep. 24 with the 3 ball. It's going to be long. Oh, Keegan turned it over. Wyatt slapped it away.
That pesky little fellow
from behind the back. And we have got a foul here. We're going to call it. So as a former basketball coach, and I understand why Coach Hathaway is mad at this, we had 2 officials right on top of the play. And the guy that made the call was about 75 feet away. That is frustrating as a coach. Maybe he had a better look at it. I don't know. But as a coach, that's frustrating.
Statistically, 75 feet is far.
I think you're reaching there, Davis, but that's okay. I understand how hard it is to be quiet. A little full court pressure here by Wyatt Hathaway on the point. Over to Keegan Melanson, number 13 up to the freshman 23, who's going to try to finish. I'm telling you what, guys, if we don't get 23 under control, he is going to beat this Hornet team on his own. Wyatt Hathaway went up to the rim. He's going to get on up to the line again. Do we have any idea what 23 has for points here, Mr. Davis? He scored 5 this quarter, I believe. The freshman.
Game currently tied.
7 in the first, so he has 12.
So he's almost doubled his point total for the first quarter in the first 3.5 minutes. We go Wyatt Hathaway. It's a charity stripe here. He's going to shoot 2. First one is up and in.
Hopefully,
Take
frustrations don't start to leak over, as the Hornets are not in a position they would like to be, as they most likely expected to come into this game getting another easy W like last time, but only leading by 1.
And then Wyatt Hathaway up and in with the second one. So we're going to take it out of bounds here. Still get some full court pressure here. Cole Morin at the point of the press. And we've got a deep pass here to Warren, the senior. Warren's going to go to the rack strong and make it look easy.
A very interesting choice having Cole Morin actually in the backcourt instead of protecting the rim.
Depends on what you're trying to do there. Sometimes people like that length. Wyatt Hathaway slow to get up on the other end, and that was a 3 ball.
Well, Cole Morin does run just as fast as anyone else on this Hornet roster. So big, long, and fast. There's just not much you can do.
Has a very bright football future as a tight end for the Leavitt Hornets. And he goes up and in with a little baseline jumper. You get the freshman leading the charge here. Coach must have a lot of confidence in this kid. Another freshman, number 10 with the ball. Over to number 5, down to Warren. Out to 24 for the 3 ball. It's going to be just off mark, and Wyatt Hathaway is going to take it up. And see, he's going to get pushed. Wyatt's got this great ability to lean into the defender and get in front of them and draw contact and get the foul call.
Very Dwayne Wade move right there.
Morse leads 50-49 with 3 minutes 20 seconds to go.
But if you do get a chance, I would just love to ask you to check out Cole Morin's football highlights. And you can just see what an athlete this young man is.
I'll tell you what, we got a block here for number 23, the freshman Gabe O'Coin. I think this is going to be his 3rd foul, the 2nd of the quarter.
That sounds like a statistic.
I'm sorry, that is a statistic.
Wyatt Hathaway almost throws it out of bounds.
Oh, that's a great job by Keegan Melanson to go chase that thing down.
Keegan Melanson once again with his hustle and just grit and determination. He is very hungry for that ball. That may be our Snack Shack, what is it, play of the game that we're doing? Kind of just showing who's the hungriest out here.
Travel call on Cole Morin in the paint. A little bit of 3-quarter pressure here. Morse going to bring it up the far sideline. Trying to get it to the outside wing. And I tell you what, Marky Herman made a good bid to pick that thing off and be gone to the races. We're going to have an inbound over on the sideline, number 10.
And one thing about these Morris shipbuilders is they actually all have the same pair of shoes on.
It's very impressive. I tell you what, that's color commentary because they are what? They're all what?
Blue.
There you go. I tell you what, that is gold color commentary right there.
But
you can see what
all 5 players have blue shoes.
But that might take away from the swag kind of provided by your shoes, because the Hornets do have some very flashy shoes out there. Not as flashy as Amber Palmer's shoes from yesterday.
Warren's going to bring it up here and stop and pop from the 3, and Cole Morin is going to get the rebound. Wyatt Hathaway bringing it up, splitting 2 defenders. Looks like he's going to take it all the way in and get it. Little circus shot, put a little spin on there. Thank you, Daddy. Here we go.
Now, Davis, on a statistical level, what would you have to, what shoes do you think would rank the highest in terms of style?
Well, I think if you were measuring it on some sort of scale, the color and the flash that went off it, on a 1 to 10 scale.
I think at halftime,
were a 10.
I think at halftime, you guys got together and found ways to keep Mr. Davis involved in talking. I believe while I was out there doing things for the children, you guys were back here forming an alliance.
That is 6 fouls already on Morse.
It's ridiculous. Hunter Hayes, oh, a nice solid screen by 15.
But to answer
Down
my
into the
question,
short corner, jump shot. It's going to be long. Wyatt Hathaway's going to wrestle around. We're going to get a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Shipbuilders.
to answer my question, I think I would go with Josiah Learned as the flashiest pair of shoes.
You're going to answer your own question. Okay, interesting. Oh, it's a lack in defense there by the Hornets. We are just letting this team hang around. And I tell you what, guys, at a certain point, they're not hanging around. They're beating you. And right now, Morse is beating us. They have outplayed us in the second and third quarter. Looks like there is a...
Outscored us by 10 in the second quarter after we had a 10-point lead. And they've currently outscored us by 1 this quarter with a minute and a half left to go.
Well done, Mr. Davis. For a history teacher, a sharp math mind.
Mr. Strong, all I'd have to...
Matt Strong, very active in the chat.
Looks like we...
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to respond to that collusion allegation in the chat.
I thank you, Mr. Strong. Is that who said that? Thank you.
It's all on record, so if Mr. Gray would like to go watch this back.
Mr. Strong and I have similar, or the proximity of our morning hall duties. We've become very close. Thanks for sticking up for me, buddy.
A very, very nice man. I have actually passed Algebra 2 and Trigonometry thanks to that man.
Well, we're just looking to get people to pass classes here. You know, not to excel, just to pass.
Well, if you must know, it was a 3.3 in my trig class.
Well done, Mace. I take it back, buddy. All right, we got a quick timeout here by Michael Hathaway, your current Class A Coach of the Year. Just found out today. And
that's the first time he's won that award. One.
Now we actually do have a vote going on. We have a poll. As
a poll? Like a telephone poll? Or
no.
Fireman's poll? That would be my favorite poll out of all the polls. Fireman's poll. I mean, they're brass and you can slide up and down.
A lot of different.
All right, filibuster. Simmer down. But we ask you to please vote on who should do color, play-by-play, and stats in the fourth quarter between Mr. Davis, Mr. Gray, and your sophomore class president, Mason Woodbury.
Minute 09 to go.
Nice plug, Mace.
51. Morse by 1.
I always plug the 21 pride.
Nice cross-court pass here. Looks like Banks is going to get up a 3-ball. 54-52, and I will say that our student section has appeared to wake up a little bit here in the past.
The talk around school currently is that the player that Joshua Banks most reminds everyone of is none other than Michael Jordan. Josh just has that demeanor to him, that nice, calm, collected demeanor. Very smooth.
Okay.
Anything you'd like to add, Mr. Gray?
I just disagree.
So who would you compare him to, Mr. Gray?
Josh Banks. He is the one and only Josh Banks.
No one else? No
what have we got
day
here?
Comparison?
3 seconds. You know, I don't think it's fair. You know, you put a lot of unneeded stress on him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Josh Banks is Josh Banks.
Well, I actually asked Mr. Josh Banks about it, and he agreed.
Final
Josh
35
Banks,
seconds here with the Hornets up by 2.
One of the most humble people in the world, compared himself to the greatest player of all time.
Well, he did not compare. I just told him about the allegations of him.
Markey looks like it's turned it over, but we got it to Cole Morin. Oh, my God.
A travel.
Looks like we got a travel call there. Cole Morin.
Not something he's accustomed to.
What most people thought was a great move.
Cole's footwork is just above. It just excels in so many areas.
Warren bringing the ball up, the senior, on the floor.
Last 10 seconds.
I'm sorry.
Who's doing play-by-play right now?
Each is also a senior. 13 with the 3-ball. Warren is going to give the Shipbuilders a 1-point lead going into the fourth. Here we go, gang.
Once again, would you please get your votes up quickly as we are entering the fourth quarter?
Currently, right now, we have 1 vote for Gray on play-by-play and 1 vote for Gray on color.
I appreciate those votes.
One of them we weren't mentioned at all, Mason. The other one was told we could fight it out. So apparently Gray's going to do play-by-play and color, and me and you aren't going to speak at all.
Oh, so
that's the current lead.
Anybody that knows me also knows that I like the sound of my own voice.
That is.
So can you speak to yourself?
I mean, the medication has helped with that. The medication has helped with that.
I have a vote for stats. Oh,
thank you, Sadie.
It looks like I will not be speaking. I am speaking right now because I'm just going to. But I will say is, you can silence me, but you can't make me pay attention to the stats.
Mason gets another play-by-play. So do I get half a point for this Mason and Davis? And
it looks like I've got stats. Gray has color, Mason has play-by-play. I believe that would be the.
Thank you, Nicholas Terrell.
Nick Terrell,
co-treasurer of the class of 2021.
I thought my old-timey voice might bring me through, but it didn't work.
Looks like we got inbounds here by Banks. Wyatt Hathaway's going to bring it up.
I do believe you're on color now, Gray.
I am on color. Well, okay.
As I was pushed a half a point ahead of you.
Well, I tell you right now, if there's going to be color, it's the fact that Cole Morin's face is beat red because he is working his tail off out here. And
Cole Morin.
I'll tell you what. Number 5, the senior Caleb Jackson did a great job getting that ball over the outstretched hand of Cole Morin.
Joshua Bent. Nope, that is not Joshua. That is Wyatt Hathaway will put one out.
One thing I'm going to do is you guys do a terrible job saying the score, so I'm considering that as part of the stats. 7.5 minutes to go.
It's a
57-56.
I think that's a great job by you, Mr. Davis, to pick up on that.
I'm just going to say the score every once in a while. I don't really know the stats because I was eating popcorn and not paying attention. And
Wyatt Hathaway will put in his first free throw.
Can I just say here that the senior captain, Warren, made sure to go over and help Wyatt Hathaway up off the ground, which is something we're not seeing a whole lot of in high school sports right now. And I just want to say to the Warren kid, that's a class act. Good job. I like seeing that. So what am I doing right now? Am I color? Am I play-by-play?
I do believe you're color, as I have actually received another play-by-play vote. Number 13 will put one in.
That's his second 3 in the last few minutes here, gang.
Number 13, Tom Warren. Wyatt Hathaway will pull. The bank shot.
The bank is open.
The bank shot usually.
That's his patented shot. I will say, statistically speaking, that
Tom Warren will pull. No good. Rebound, number 15, who kicks it out.
15 is killing us on the boards.
A charge taken by Joshua Banks.
It's a great job by Banks to get set there. He saw that kid go airborne.
Joshua
60
Banks
to 60.
Taking a charge. Maybe through all of his time on his favorite video game, NBA 2K18, Joshua Banks has learned how to take a charge.
I'm sorry, I don't think anybody in the NBA takes a charge, but I do like the color. That's a great comment.
Well,
I give you a high five for that.
Can I have a high five?
Not really. I don't like touching people.
You sure?
Yeah. Nice move by Cole Morin. Baseline, puts it up and in.
Good play-by-play there, Gray.
62 to 60.
Steal by Mark Harmon. It is 3-0. Nobody else out there. No blue jerseys in sight as Wyatt Hathaway lays it in.
Wyatt gives us a 4-point lead.
Wyatt
6 minutes to go.
Getting up on that one. Wyatt getting quite fiery.
Hathaway's a very, very emotional player. I think anybody that knows him and has seen him play will tell you that he is a very emotional player. I tell you what, sometimes it bites him in the butt, but other times it fuels some great, great basketball.
Well, what Wyatt Hathaway lacks in stature, he is able to make up with his grit and determination.
That was a thing of beauty. I think, yep, I just shed a tear. That was very inspirational, Mason.
I would have more to say, but my entire experiment tonight has backfired on me. I'm just going to keep saying the score in time.
Well, you got to find little creative, niches to, get inside of and just
if I'd paid more attention to the stats, I would be able to quote more of them.
Mr. Davis once again expecting that he was going to pull out the victory.
The adult
and
the
sabotage work.
The adult
done
ADD
earlier.
by Mr. Davis. The adult ADD is not helping him on the stats. Oh,
A block by Cole Morin.
Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. They called a foul on that. Looked like a clean shot block
Very
from
clean.
my seat here courtside. But, you know, hey, what do I know?
Cole
I'm just
Morin.
a slightly overweight redhead that's, you know, having a midlife crisis. Here we go.
Fourth
The
foul.
crowd not very happy about that, cheering on Cole as they, from what they saw, Cole Morin extended the arm fully and blocked that ball.
Brogan Shaw goes up and in, the sophomore. And he goes 50% from the line right there, but he kicks it back out to Brogan Shaw, who kicks it over to Warren. Over to 24, who's looking down inside for 15. Oh, the ball's bouncing around down there. What are we going to get for a call? Looks like it's going to be white ball.
Inbounded by Joshua Banks to Wyatt Hathaway. Wyatt will slowly walk down the court as number 10 will look to meet him. Brogan Shaw will look.
Sophomore on sophomore there. That could be.
Josiah between the legs as he falls forward into a travel. Brogan Shaw will take it out. Back to Gabe Acoin. Josh Termors
Cross court pass, diagonal.
finds it. The crowd
I tell you what, that
screaming
was
for a travel.
it's a great move there by 15. If he didn't travel, which I didn't call, so we didn't.
Mark Herman finds Josh Banks at the high post.
And travel on Mark. 64 to 63 with 5 minutes, 16 seconds to go.
I think you'll find that Markey took a little hop there before he made the pass, which is kind of going to be an up and down.
As Keegan Melanson will check in for Mark Herman.
I have one statistical update. I have just been informed this is officially a barn burner. Statistically speaking, from a math perspective.
From just a purely
Would you like to
math
explain your
perspective.
philosophy behind that one?
It's all about a formula, you know.
It's very,
It's like you need like quadratic equations and things like that.
Number 15.
65-64,
Arius
they have
Birch.
the lead.
I had a quadratic equation once. It took about a month to heal. It was very difficult to deal with. I tripped on a dog leash.
That is quite tragic.
White Hathaway with the threes, short.
I have
His
shed a tear
cousin
of my own.
Melanson comes in.
I actually shed a tear of my own on that.
I'll tell you what, it's nothing worse than having a real bad quadratic equation. Oh, that may have been a travel. And he's going to get away with it, the freshman
Number
from Morse.
23 inside over Cole Morin. Gabe Acoin. Wyatt Hathaway kicks it back out to Keegan Melanson, who will drive.
And Josiah Lerner with a three. It's going to be short, but Banks comes up.
Once again, Joshua Banks.
Banks just does a lot of things very, very well, and you find out late in games what you've got for character, and I tell you what, Josh Banks will battle. If you're going into a bar fight, you want Josh Banks with you.
I would.
Key thing there is that was the 9th foul, so for the rest of the game, they will be in the double bonus, shooting 2 free throws at every foul.
We have got to win it from the charity stripe, it looks like. Banks goes up and in for the first one.
Also, with 4 minutes and 17 seconds left, if there are any questions you are just dying to ask, either Mr. Gray or myself, you may ask them.
I'm an Aquarius.
Or any statistical questions for Mr. Davis, but that involves math.
For the record, 14 more shopping days until my birthday, if anyone at home is interested.
Josiah Lerner with some very fiery defense. He's getting his feet moving, hands up, very engaged. Cole Morin with the D. Stolen by Wyatt Hathaway. Wyatt will race down the floor. He will pull from just outside the arc. Keegan Melanson with a rebound. Puts one up. Keegan Melanson will head to the line.
67-66. Morse is up by 1.
Coach Hathaway talking to his son Wyatt about, hey, we don't necessarily need that deep three right now. Let's try to get the ball down inside a little bit and have a little more fun with Cole
Davis,
Morin.
what is Keegan shooting from the line this year?
Keegan is shooting 67%. But he gets the miss there.
Keegan works so hard. He's just in a little bit of a shooting slump right now.
as he misses both of them.
Got to stop the ball here.
Morse looking to add to their 1-point lead.
Got a little mismatch down there with. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was confused on who was there. Who was where.
A foul has been called on Joshua Banks.
His 4th.
I would check out 23. He's over here on the wing, wide open. He might be. I think he's a leading scorer for Morse at this point, the freshman.
Keegan Melanson comes up with the steal. He will go up.
Great
foul
job, Keegan Melanson.
Keegan not necessarily going coast to coast on that, but the speed of Keegan Melanson to accelerate from half court to under the basket was just very quick.
Keegan's sneaky fast.
Mathematically speaking, Coach Hathaway, as a physics teacher, could have told us about the acceleration there and all that.
I prefer.
Because that's more science, but math and science.
I'd prefer if you didn't
STEM.
talk at that point. You know?
All right, that's fair.
Now, Mr. Gray, you should know, does Keegan Melanson spend a lot of time in the weight room in the offseason?
Keegan Melanson has bulked up a lot.
Number 10 puts
number
it
10,
in.
Shaw
Brogan
with a
Shaw.
big hoop, puts him up by 4 with just over 3 minutes to go here in the
Not the prime
ball
position
game.
the Hornets want to be in. Keegan Melanson puts one up. He does not put it up. Looking to get it to Josiah. Rebound, Cole Morin. Cole out to Josiah for 3. A foul has been called on Keegan Melanson.
That is the 6th foul on the Hornets. The next one will put them in the bonus for Morse.
The crowd's starting to
getting a bit rowdy up there.
Getting a little bit rowdy here with that call. Good crowd tonight, though, as far as numbers and as far as behavior. Sometimes these crowds get a little out of hand, and I'd say the Morse community and the Hornet community, from what we see, have been pretty positive with the kids tonight.
I estimate the crowd at 15,000.
I would say, yeah, I think that's ballpark.
I would have gone about 7, but...
Yeah, you're not stat. You're not in charge of stats.
Well, I mean, the balcony is completely full.
Right.
Now, Davis, do you think that you were put on stats because you weren't doing as well in the other categories, or you did such a good job in stats?
So great at stats.
That's a great question. It's a 5-second call.
That you just overdid it.
I've just had so many great insights statistically that I'm sure that's why the fans... they had a hard time deciding which of the 3 areas I observed.
Not to interrupt you, Mr. Davis, but our listeners don't care. The fact that this could be where the age shows for Morse. There is a lot of underclassmen on the floor right now for Morse. Freshman, sophomore, freshman, senior.
As Marky Herman comes in for Keegan Melanson. Keegan with some stellar defense on the inbound, forced to 5 seconds. Cole Morin puts up the left, no good.
2 minutes to go here. Morse with a 4-point lead.
Now.
Oh, and Josiah Learned. Oh my goodness, we're in the game, everyone. We are in the game. Mason Woodbury, I think, probably just saved Mr. Davis's life.
There was a ball coming right at me, and I was getting insulted in the chat all at the same time.
It's
a great night for me.
Oh.
Oh, great shot by Warren. Over the top of Cole Morin.
Now.
That's a 6-point lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Now, Mr. Gray.
Yes.
If you are the Hornets, do you start to panic?
No. We are only down 6. We've got one of the best 3-point shooters in the area.
Now,
going to the line after he was just fouled. He gets 3 shots. I'm sorry, I just blacked out. A lot of free food just went by us. I apologize.
Yeah, that distracted me too.
What's happening right now? There's a lot of communication here.
Davis, what is Wyatt shooting from the line this year? As Davis slowly finishes off his popcorn.
74%.
74. Does that lead the team?
Yes. Yes, it does.
I think, Mace, for next time, look how much, before you ask him the question, see how much popcorn is actually in his mouth.
Well, he did have quite a bit, so.
It's a choking hazard. You know what I mean?
There's a real possibility of me choking at any time.
Safety first here at Buzz Media.
Well,
any teacher in A-Wing would tell you.
Safety
Statistically
first.
speaking.
Well, we might not even know that he's choking because he's not exactly allowed to voice his opinions as much as he'd like to.
If I was choking, I wouldn't say a word.
Well, you wouldn't be able
6
to.
point lead. We're not even giving you guys updates on the game.
Bang. Oh, a little short
And
there.
minute 20 to go.
See, right now we got 2 Leavitt players not even running down the floor on defense, and Morse is just having their way.
Minute 11 to go.
We've got to do something here pretty quick.
And one.
That right there may be the punctuation on this. An 8-point lead now for the Morse Shipbuilders.
That's
Also in the stats, we have a comment asking you to continue with life stats. And you should do this if you want to know the location of your spatulas.
Okay, listen, people. I had 10 to 12 spatulas in my room as of this morning. We went to cooking class. I had 3 spatulas. Davis, this is something you would do. You would steal spatulas because you are the
play-by-play or color? Because we're in an upset and you're talking about spatulas in your room and I'm only allowed to talk about stats.
I don't think you understand how big of a deal the spatula theft of 2019 was today.
I feel like that's something Davis might have done in preparation to throw you off your game
I
for tonight.
have not stolen spatulas. I have not stolen donuts. I've been accused of a lot of things lately. It's really...
I feel like this is kind of like the childish prank Davis would pull.
I mean, I think he's DB Cooper as well. I mean,
I do get that reference actually, as most of the things you say I don't understand because of the age gap,
does,
but
really.
I did understand that.
DB Cooper, I mean, that's one of my favorite things to watch on the History Channel.
Is that a documentary or a show?
A documentary. Who is DB Cooper? I don't know if that's the name of it, but
No, it's not. This is meanwhile, we're missing here is the Hornets are 12-2 in 4th place in the Yale points. The Shipbuilders at 3-12. This is a game that actually could put Morse back in the playoff hunt if it puts them up ahead of Marshwood.
the other issue here, Mr. Davis, is that right now, with 1:05 left to go in the game, Leavitt has been perfect at home this year.
Oh.
And we're in a little bit of trouble here.
As he puts in the second.
9-point lead for Morse.
Wyatt's going to push up quick.
Keegan
Keegan
Melanson
Melanson from the
will fire.
corner.
No
3
good.
ball just off the back of the rim.
Number 13, Tom Warren gets the rebound. A quick foul by Keegan Melanson.
Yeah, I think we are officially in the foul game right now. We're going to have to make them win it from the line.
This will put Brogan Shaw into the game. Puts him at the line.
It's a good move here by Morse. They're dropping everyone except for the shooter.
In the comments, my integrity is being challenged. Meanwhile, Morse, after scoring 12 points in the first quarter, they are at 78 now for the game.
Tell you what, they have beat us in every quarter except for the first.
Yeah. And they deserve to win. They played it really well.
I think this will be a tough game for Leavitt to watch on Buzz Media.
They might not even watch it.
And to listen to.
And more importantly, to listen to.
Because maybe Josiah Learned won't take his bubble bath tonight with in the dark with his candles and watch Buzz Media.
I'm sorry, what?
I was talking about Josiah's ritual after every single game. He just pours some nice water into his tub, slips right in, pulls out his iPad, and he watches his highlights.
79-68 is the score.
I think we just move on.
I would say more, but you, the viewers, have told me that I'm only allowed to quote statistics.
Well, I have a question for Davis, but I don't think it's the right time to ask.
41.5 seconds to go here.
Statistician.
And
I have no idea what the stats are because I didn't even try. Especially in the fourth quarter when I was just angry.
The adult ADD really kicks in sometimes.
But I did enjoy the popcorn from the snack shack. Oh. More snacks from the snack shack.
I am not we just had
yeah, we made that noise. I guess
Thank you, Mrs. Jordan.
We just had Miss Kim Jordan bring us over some delicious Rice Krispie Squares.
The lovely Kim Jordan. This will put a damper on the Hornets' perfect record at home, as they are just moving the ball quite wonderfully.
Yeah, Morse doing a great job moving the ball around. They took a lot of time off the clock right there. And you hate to say it, guys, but Coach Hathaway is clearing the bench.
And that will be the white flag. Congratulations to Morse, played a great game.
Number 23 checking in, Mr. Gray. Who's that?
Number 23 is somebody that I refer to as my son, but he hates me, so I try not to say that in public.
Huh. Right, Hathaway will pull as a last-second desperation heave. And as things start to wind down, the Morris Shipbuilders very excited about this win over the Leavitt Hornets tonight.
No, it's an absolute great win for Morse. Their fans traveled well today. Their kids worked their butts off and got a big win.
Hopefully tomorrow night. Now that game tomorrow looks really important for Leavitt.
Yeah.
And they need to bounce back. You guys will be back on Buzz Media tomorrow night?
That's off
I
to
will
Morse. Mason and I are going to make it, actually, that'll be my third night in a row.
Right?
Huh.
Mason.
I think that's a record.
You too, right?
Both of you two.
Yeah.
Third night in a row, Mason.
I have clearly been voted off the island and will not be in any way associated with this game tomorrow night. But I'll be back on Tuesday. And Greg, you're not going to be there because you're just not. I don't care what the fans think.
I don't know how me and Gray are
Jamie
supposed to
Gentile
duke
will
it
be
out
there.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Without the
I like that, Mr.
peacekeeper.
Davis. You're just not.
You're just not, because I usually am the one who sets it up, and that's what matters. But at this point, we're just talking, and we probably can end the stream. And thank you to Daniel Schiffelli.
Dan Schiffelli and his other tech crew, Jaden Banks back there.
And
eating
Deegan Jordan
Was running the camera.
Yep.
And thank you, the fans, even though I don't feel it right now. In the long term, I do thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Good night.
Good night, gang.